Yeah, but
you have made our adversary in a stronger negotiating position. We are the strongest nation on the planet Earth, and we're in a stalemate with Iran. And now we're begging to get back into a deal that you all trashed in the first place.
I don't know where you're getting this perception that Iran is stronger. Iran has no navy left. They've lost a substantial percentage of their defense industrial base. That Iran has lost a substantial percentage of their missile launchers, and their economy is far worse today, and I mean far worse today.
The Strait of Hormuz was open before this unjustified war. We're now scrambling to try to find a way to get it back opened again. Not only is it causing economic havoc to our country and to residents all around this nation, families trying to make ends meet, but you see on top of that, the Iranians finding ways to leverage that, as we allowed them to do with the Chinese for tens of billions of dollars. And so my point is, before we even get to a nuclear negotiation, this regime is getting money to rebuild, purchase more drones, cause more havoc. And this is before we're even trying to get back to.
But I apologize. I don't understand how they're getting this. What revenue are you referring to?
Well, there's two sources of revenue we're seeing. One is the revenue from the Chinese, that's factually documented, and number two, the revenue that you're proposing that they should receive by releasing all of their highly enriched uranium, as well as in making a commitment about their enrichment capacities.
Yeah.
Hold on, and that was the exact deal that you guys vilified, that the president and you vilified President Obama from having.
Yeah. No,
so here we have a worse situation where our adversary and our enemy, who's causing havoc in the region, who is funding proxies and terrorists, has discovered, thanks to you all, the power of shutting down the Strait of Hormuz.
No, they didn't discover. They knew that a long time ago, and they've done it before.
Clearly, we all knew that a long time ago. That's why this ill-conceived war should have never happened.
Yeah, but
you have made our adversary in a stronger negotiating position. We are the strongest nation on the planet Earth, and we're in a stalemate with Iran. And now we're begging to get back into a deal that you all trashed in the first place.
There's no one begging. I don't
Clearly,
know.
this is a
Senator Booker, your time's up. Senator Rubio, since he's
I do want to address some of these
respond.
points because they go to the heart of the matter. No one's begging for anything here. The Iranians might be begging because their economy's losing hundreds of millions of dollars a day. That they are losing. Understand, Iran had street protests going on before all of this started. All of those factors, economic factors in Iran, are far worse today than they were 6 months ago when those protests were happening. They have hyperinflation, their currency's completely devalued, they're struggling to make payroll for their government workers. Iran is in a very serious situation, and if it was up to the political class there, and I understand everybody there is sort of radical in some way, but if it was up to the people that actually go to elections and wear the suits and you see on TV, they'd probably make a deal tomorrow. It's the issue they're facing is that the supreme leader and the IRGC Corps are a little bit more immune from those pressures until they can be convinced otherwise. And I think that's the direction that they're moving in, because the reality, I don't know where you're getting this perception that Iran is stronger. Iran has no navy left. They've lost a substantial percentage of their defense industrial base. That Iran has lost a substantial percentage of their missile launchers, and their economy is far worse today, and I mean far worse today, than it was 6 to 9 months ago. And they are looking at hundreds of billions of dollars of reconstruction costs just to get to where they were 6 months ago.
Mr. Rubio, you keep telling us how we're winning this war. The president keeps saying,
well, the war's over
completely
now.
Annihilated. The war is not over. And yet the American people see how we're losing at the pump and with their costs, and yet this thing still hasn't been resolved. Every day he tweets out, oh, we've obliterated them, we've annihilated them, they're going to surrender. But yet we still find ourselves spending billions of dollars a week
Senator
on
Booker,
a war abroad.
You've gone way over. And
it would be nice if we had hearings where people
Thank you, Senator Booker. Senator Scott.
All right.
A sharp disagreement broke out during a Senate hearing when Senator Cory Booker challenged Secretary Marco Rubio over the administration's approach to Iran. Booker argued that the conflict has created new economic problems, increased pressure on American consumers, and may have ultimately strengthened Iran's leverage in negotiations. According to Booker, the administration now finds itself trying to negotiate a deal that resembles arrangements it previously criticized, while Iran continues to find ways to generate revenue and maintain influence in the region. Rubio strongly rejected that argument. The secretary insisted that Iran's economy is in far worse condition than it was months ago, pointing to inflation, economic instability, military losses, and mounting reconstruction costs. Rubio argued that Iran is losing hundreds of millions of dollars each day and dismissed the suggestion that Tehran has gained strength from the conflict. As tensions rose, Booker questioned why the conflict remains unresolved if the administration's strategy has been so successful. Rubio responded that nobody is begging for a deal and maintained that pressure on Iran is producing results. The exchange highlighted two very different views of the current situation. One side arguing the strategy has backfired, the other insisting that Iran is weaker than ever. What do you think? Has the current approach strengthened America's position, or has it created new challenges? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more Capital News coverage.